We are doing a cooking class, hands-on for a portion of it. In fact, if they don't get ready to cut their steaks quick, they ain't having steak for dinner. Starting with some fresh steamed artichokes. They're gonna make their own garden herb aioli sauce. We're gonna do center cut filet mignon sous vide style. They're gonna trim the steaks and vacuum seal them themselves. We'll do that on a Texas fried rice with some mushroom sauce. And then dessert's gonna be a raspberry white chocolate bread pudding. I say for bread pudding haters, because I'm not a big bread pudding fan, but I do like this one. And then the sign off at the end today is gonna be my signature adult milkshake. So we're gonna pair up, so 2 people per cutting board. If you don't wanna participate, then you don't get steak for dinner. So it's pretty simple. You guys are gonna trim your own, then we're gonna vacuum seal it, and we're gonna cook it sous vide. What y'all have over there are all center cut filet. A lot of it's gonna have this on right here. This is silver skin, this is not fat. What you're gonna do is you're gonna trim that off. These are not ribeyes, we don't need a lot of fat. So the fat on a filet is typically on the outside. So we're gonna trim that off as well. So I make a flat surface when I put it on its side, and then as I get to the silver skin portion, that way I'm cutting down, I'm not cutting towards my finger. I already seasoned the steaks with salt. Salt will start to denature the protein, which will tenderize a little bit more, and it'll bring the salt into the meat some, so I did that ahead of time. Once you have it trimmed out, then we'll come around, Amy will come around, and she will grab your steak and put it, oh, I'm sorry, one last thing, pepper. So if you want to pop your gloves off, it's a Greek brass, super heavy duty pepper mill. Just go for it.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Yes,
know that I'm not writing your names on the steaks, so clean it up well because you might get your neighbors. There's no way for us to hold on to that. And then once you're done, then we'll come back around with the next one for whoever else is there. I put butter in there and a little sprig of thyme. And that's gonna help flavor the beef while it's vacuum sealed. It's gonna go into those 3 water baths over there. They're currently set to 130 degrees, which is an in-between temp. If you think medium rare is not done enough, this is gonna be a warm center. If you think medium's too done, it's gonna be a bright pink center. So it's kind of bright pink, moist, and warm. How many of y'all have cooked your own fresh artichokes before? That's impressive. That's a higher number than normal. How many of y'all have never had a freshly steamed artichoke? Raise your hand. So you've never had a freshly steamed artichoke. Okay, that's awesome. That's pretty common. I mean, they're kind of making a renaissance. They're very popular in the 70s. A few little fun facts about artichokes. Artichokes have a dietary fiber called inulin, which is super popular, like in the billion-dollar drink Poppy, the probiotic drink. They use all these different inulins, including Jerusalem artichoke inulin, which is not part of the same family, but it's a good fiber for you, very healthy. It's one of the most nutrient-dense foods. It also has a component that helps cleanse your liver. So this will balance out with all the lemon drop or the French 60s. Helps cleanse your liver. And it also, for people that thrive on a couple of the ingredients that are in it, you actually end up craving it. But it does something interesting to your tongue. Those components create a coating on your tongue that when the coating washes away, whatever you taste next tastes superficially sweet. So even water, like if you have a bite of artichoke and you have a sip of water, the water tastes slightly sweet. So it's a really interesting dynamic. Some people actually use it as kind of like an appetite suppressant because an entire artichoke has about 60 calories, less than 1 gram of fat. That'll change when we make the mayonnaise-based sauce for it. But hey, you balance it all out. So really, it's one of my favorite foods, if not my favorite food. Okay, the ones I'm gonna show you, Amy cut by hand with scissors every single leaf, and they look beautiful. Those are what y'all are gonna eat. So a couple things. If you feel the artichoke, because some artichokes, they've actually figured out how to make them not as pokey. If you touch the end of the leaf and it's not too scratchy on your fingers, you really don't have to do anything else. If you don't have scissors, a little lower down. So you're actually, okay. You're losing a part of the heart there. It's okay, it'll still be delicious because you're gonna eat it as part of the stem. It's gonna work out. Here's what you do if you do have sharp leaves. I just put it in an angle and just kind of go like this. All right, so for small quantities, like 3 or 4, typically the lid will not fit on it. Here's what went on the inside. Because I didn't have a steamer insert, I just snaked aluminum foil. I flattened it so it was upright, so when I nested the artichoke in there, it stayed out of the water. But because it was really flat to begin with, when it pushed down, that still kept it elevated, but it nested it in place so it doesn't roll over. So, and then to add some additional flavor, put in some lemons and then some garlic. And the garlic's delicious because it's gonna taste like roast garlic. This way, it's gonna cook through much more tender. If you want them fast, while you don't typically hear about chefs giving microwave tips, if you want them fast, take a bowl, microwave safe bowl, about 3/4 of an inch of water, and take the artichoke upside down. Put it in the bowl, wrap it in plastic, and then run it on high for about 7 to 8 minutes. And the boiling will steam it up through the leaves because it's more intense in the microwave. And that way we're gonna have a just more evenly steamed artichoke if you wanted something quick. Or this happens a lot too. You pull them out, everyone's ready to eat, and then you realize that the test here is to pull a leaf or 2 out of the center. If it doesn't come out easily, it's not done enough. And so what do? Flip it over, put it into a bowl, put it in the microwave for like 2 or 3 minutes, and that'll finish it off if you didn't have time to finish steaming it. What we're doing on the sauce, instead of 6 stations, there's only 3 because I've got 3 stick blenders and 3 of these containers. Y'all will use one of the tasting spoons or tasting forks. I would put probably 3/4 full, 2/3 full with mayo. So here are the rest of the ingredients. You're gonna do the mayo. You're gonna do some squeezes of lemon. I would do 1 or 2 cloves of garlic. We're gonna put in some Parmesan cheese, and then you're gonna pick whatever herbs you wanna put in. We have parsley, dill, tarragon, basil, and green onion. And then you're gonna take the stick blender, make sure it's all the way into the container and the mayonnaise is starting to come up the side of it, and then turn it on. If you turn it on first, those aprons will be in heavy use. So while y'all are enjoying that, I'll tell you what we're having for the entree, in addition to the steak that you've already prepped, and how we're gonna make it, and then you guys will be done. You won't have to do any more of your own work for the rest of the evening. So what's gonna happen with the steak, serving that with a mushroom demi-glace red wine sauce. If you don't like mushrooms, this is kind of one of those meals, like a lot of people don't like mayonnaise, but I feel like when you doctor it up, it comes together. If you don't like mushrooms, we're gonna caramelize them first. They're gonna get this delicious sauce on it. If you don't like them, you can eat around them. So it looks like, yeah, those of y'all that have gotten there, these leaves are still really good. The way that I like to eat them is I pull it off like a crown, the whole thing, and fold it, because when you get to the center leaves, you're no longer really scraping off like a really hard fibrousy leaf. And then I just eat the end of that whole thing because it is a portion of the heart. Basically, each leaf is a small portion that you are tearing off of the heart of the artichoke. But once you get to the actual heart, there's no more leaf to deal with. So I would just eat that, the end off. You can do the same thing with these. So as long as you don't get the hair in there, I can fold them and then just eat the end off. The bottoms are sharp, so be careful about it. You don't want to eat that. Just eat the end off.
Can you show us?
Yeah, come here, Steve. I'm glad you volunteered for that. All right, so then the last part will be we get to the purple center, we peel that off. You can actually just take the hair portion and pull it off, and you'll see I'm starting to get to just the heart. However, that's not always easy. So instead, using a spoon or a fork, and you're kind of carving away at the hair. So this is the actual heart. I like to take a flip over, make sure I didn't miss any like really hardy leaves that were still stuck on there. As long as I didn't, this is fully edible, and this is like gold.
Let's try it, you and me.
I'm feeding you?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. You and me.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I love artichoke.
Good taste.
Nice. Good. Thank you.
Nice, good. I think that's a win for Steve. I'm like, yeah. He could have said so many worse things.
Exactly. I'll take that. That's a very good result.
So it's an unfried fried rice. The only reason it's unfried is because I'm not frying the rice. And most people, when they do fried rice, they don't actually cook it long enough for the rice to get crispy. So I'm basically sauteing the vegetables and the sausage. We're gonna mix that in with the rice that we steam cooked in the oven. And then we're gonna toss all that together with all of my kind of Tex Asian ingredients like tamari or soy sauce, rice vinegar, sesame oil, an umami bomb of just mixed flavors, sesame seeds, and then some avocado and Thai basil. So it just becomes this big mix of deliciousness. We'll serve the steak on that with the mushroom sauce. Should come together perfect. So I hate bread pudding, so I decided to make it for y'all. It's because I call it bread pudding for bread pudding haters. Like, I like bread pudding if I'm one of the first 4 people in line because I get a corner. So instead, by making an individual muffin tins, every piece is an all corner piece. So it all gets caramelized and a little bit crunchy, still moist on the inside. It's Jewish challah bread, fresh raspberries, white chocolate. Instead of sugar, it's just maple syrup, a little bit of almond extract, vanilla, and the custard base, a little bit of cinnamon and so forth. Whipped cream is also an almond whipped cream, then the raspberries and the white chocolate curls. So y'all enjoy. Yeah.
Happy birthday, dear Amanda. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, thank you. What a great